This is a 2018 Audi S4, and today we'll be turning it into an absolute monster. Beat the Blackhawk, dude. Get him. Get him. We'll literally buff this out. Oh, shoot.
But before we talk about the $5,000 in mods we're going to install in this Audi S4, let's get you up to speed on it and meet the owner.
Hey Evan, what's up man? How you doing?
Doing good, how are you?
I'm loving your car. This is a 2018 S4, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what have you done to it so far?
Simple bolt-ons, stage 2 tune from 034. We're running a MST intake with a ECS inlet, have a CTS catless downpipe, run an H&R sport lowering springs, sit on a nice set of avant-garde wheels with some Yokohama apexes. A little bit of cosmetic things here and there. Other than that, pretty basic, just a nice daily driver. Gets me to work every day. Looking forward to getting some nice parts on here, making it even more exciting than it already is.
Today we're going to take Evan's Audi and modify his already stage 2 S4 to give it the edge it really needs. Along the way we're going to cross off maintenance items, give him a little bit more horsepower, stiffen the drivetrain, modify the exhaust to get a little bit more of a roar, lower his Audi and stiffen the chassis by upgrading the suspension, and we're even going to do an awesome cosmetic modification to take his Audi to the next level.
So what made you go with 034 in the first place for a tune?
I've used those guys in the past. I'm from a Volkswagen background, so this was the logical next step. 034 is what I used previously. Really was happy with what 034 had out when I purchased the vehicle as far as their hardware and whatnot. So I figured to pair the hardware with the tuning software for engine and for transmission. So went that route. Haven't looked back since.
Dude, that's awesome to hear. I'm glad you love your car, and I really can't wait to get some more parts on it, bro.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
The 2018 S4 is a luxury sports sedan that belongs in the Audi's S lineup, known for its performance-oriented features and enhancements compared to the standard models. The B9 S4 utilizes the 3.0-liter V6 engine with a twin-scroll turbocharger mounted right on top from the factory, which produces 354 horsepower and 369 foot-pound-feet of torque. But it's not the stock form of the S4 that's really impressive, it's really the tuning potential. On a simple Stage 1 ECU and TCU flash on E85, you can gain upwards of 180 horsepower and 225 foot-pound-feet of torque. Now that you're up to speed on this platform, let's take Evan's S4 for a spin to get a baseline and hear his thoughts.
Every single time, like the second I turn on my car, I instantly redline it.
Right to the top?
Yeah, right to the top. I want it bouncing off of the red line right away because you warm up the car fast. Yeah, correct. Yeah, and like if you ever hear like the tick 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 tick, that's good.
Oh, that thing sounds so good.
So Evan, how long have you had this car for?
Coming up on 13 months.
What did you previously own?
Before this, I had a E92 M3.
And how did you like that?
Great car. Best car ever. Besides Audis.
That's back when
BMW knew how to design cars.
Exactly, correct.
Back to where we're talking about Stage 2 Plus. I know it's a massive bump in power on my SQ5. It was a huge difference. That Stage 2 Plus file will unlock a lot of like mid-range and low-end torque where you don't have that available right now. Yeah.
Give me some beans. Oh, jeez. Sounds so good. Yeah, this thing is no slouch.
We're gonna wake her up again. That's exactly what we're gonna do. You'll get all the sauce and more.
I really like these B9 S4s, and maybe I'll buy one in the future. Maybe I'll buy this one off of you. I don't know, we'll see.
Biggest part of this entire build is the fact that it's an RS4.
Yeah, even wagon swapped over here.
A wagon.
Ooh, so it's an RS4 Avant.
Yeah.
Nice. Give me a launch. Oh my god. Dude, oh my goodness. Jeez. Bro, that caught me off guard. I did not expect it to pull that hard. So let's talk about what we currently have on the table. First is the 034 ResX Delete. It's a super nice piece.
It is definitely lightweight and it's very high quality, including the welds, and I like how they have this little accent right here. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna be installing that on the car because currently it just has a catless downpipe. The owner wants to open up the exhaust a little bit, so this is definitely gonna do the job for us. Next, we have this high pressure fuel pump piston upgrade from 034, and what we're gonna do is take the high pressure fuel pump apart and install this little piston, and that's gonna give us the ability to run the Stage 2 Plus E85 file. The next thing on the table is the 034 inlet. It's gonna open up a lot more airflow, even to the stock turbo. I mean, look at that. That's gonna let a lot of air into the turbo right there. Now, the next thing that we have is the 034 transmission ZFA insert. That's gonna stiffen up the transmission mount and give us a lot more crisper shifts. And the last thing that we have on the table currently are these 034 engine street density mounts. These are gonna not only stiffen up the engine, obviously replacing the OEM mounts that might be leaking by now. There's gonna be a little bit more NVH, but definitely provide a lot more stiffness for the engine. These ones are solid rubber, 60 durameter, so they're not filled with hydraulic fluid. These mounts are gonna be a huge upgrade. They're gonna do an amazing job at keeping this engine as stiff as possible. The first thing we're gonna do is get these engine mounts into the S4. So let's get right into it.
Yep, it is wet underneath, and that is hydraulic fluid. Clearly it failed, you can definitely tell.
Yeah guys, if your car, your V9, S4, S5, SQ5, over 50,000 miles, if you're having any clunking issues or you're hearing something, most likely your engine mount's probably gone. So there's 2 bolts that are going in through the subframe into the mount right here. And there's also one more M10 triple square that sits right here. I want to take these off first. We'll drop the subframe and then we'll see if we can get to this bolt and then wiggle the engine mount out. There you go.
I work out, I promise.
So I guess it wasn't as obvious. The driver's side is also leaking. Man, I'm really happy we're replacing all this right now.
Audi said, how hard can we make this? And then some engineer was in a meeting and said, yes.
What are you doing? Dude, that mount is gone. It's torn. Like, I've never seen an engine mount this bad. Yes! Nice. This one's also destroyed. Not as bad as the passenger side.
Again, looking at the 034 mounts, they're not gonna leak. They're definitely not gonna crack or break anytime soon. Look at this. Passenger side mount is completely torn all the way around. It's just beyond gone. Driver's mount, this one's also pretty much halfway torn apart and also already started leaking fluid, so it was just on its way out. We have the subframe buttoned up. We need to drop the engine out because it's up in the air, and we have to slowly lower it down and make sure that it sits on the engine mounts, and then we can connect the bolts into the engine itself. So let's slowly start lowering it down. Engine mounts are officially in. We're just gonna button up the last few things and move on to the next modification. This supposedly holds the transmission mount in together. It's a little bracket that belongs in the trash. Take a look at the 034 one. It actually works as an insert, and so it goes inside the transmission mount and it holds that mount together. It's just gonna improve launches. It's probably gonna help with shifts and make things feel a lot more crisp.
just as we finished at the engine mounts, we got another box. When we opened it, we saw some coilovers, which is awesome. Perfect timing. These are coilovers from H&R, full front and rear coilovers with progressive springs. They're engineered for improved handling performance. They're gonna do an amazing job and also give us the exact height that we want. So currently the car is sitting on some H&R springs. We're gonna pull those springs out and install these brand new coilovers that we have right here. Let's get right into it. What you know about this, dude? We're gonna install the front one first, and then we're gonna get to the back ones. First thing you're gonna have to start with is this upper pinch bolt. Then we're gonna remove lower bolt that's seated right here at the bottom. We're gonna remove the end link, and from there we should be able to just drop the strut tower after removing the 3 bolts on top. So let's get right into it. Oh. Pinch bolt officially out. That was easy. Impact rated socket. Now I'm gonna stand on it. Are you kidding me? Okay, now we do the most dangerous thing of all time. Hey, that's how professionals do it. I wasn't scared at all. I like to look fear in the eyes. I'm not scared of anything. Most people say to go max low with your coilovers and then start adjusting it from there, but I don't think that's what we were gonna do with the fronts because we could always adjust it later. These are adjustable coilovers, counting out 10 threads, and we're gonna go from there. The next step you have to do is put the spring on the coilover, and then the top hat goes on, just like that. Shock cover thing. Our actual top hat goes on just like that. Impact rated socket right here, guys. And OSHA approved.
Again, nothing too crazy on your torque spec.
I'm gonna get this bolt in right here. There you go. Oh yeah, bro, it's not going anywhere. Boom. Yep, there you go. Bolt is in. Now we got the nut. Dude, I told you, I work at the movie theater. That's why they call me Butterfingers. It's like I know what I'm doing. You know what I call that?
Experience. I'm the helper now. So he's gonna loosen it up right now by hand. And then later on, you're gonna see him torquing it down with a 1/2" impact. There's only one torque spec, and that's 3 Agadogas.
I'm more of a 4 kind of guy.
4 kind of guy? Dang, son. You like to live your life on the edge, huh? Okay, now we do the most forbidden thing in the world. Whoa, hold on. Why? Whoa, hold on. Oh my god. This guy lives on the edge, dude. I don't even live on the edge like that, son. Hey! All done. Oh, yo. Woo, sheesh.
You said 3?
Now that we have the front end coilover on, let's get over to the rear, get the rear shock, and then also the rear spring on.
Moving on to the back end of the vehicle, we are going to start by just getting these 2 front 16mm bolts out of the way. There's a couple different ways to do this. The way that we found is easiest. These are the cam adjustment bolts as well. These are gonna hold the lower control arm into the subframe. Once that is dropped, we will go ahead and drop out the shock from the bottom, take the spring out as well from the lower control arm. Watch out for your cameraman. Cool, so getting this one off, gotta get a friend who's just willing to let their hands kind of get blown into bits. It's like a really bad massage. New rear springs, it's gonna come with our adjustment piece. For this car particularly, we're gonna be going all the way maxed out on that. We're gonna have a flat side here, and then one that's not flat. Obviously the one that's not flat has a little groove here.
are complete on the car. We do have one more thing to install while the car is still up in the air. Earlier on, we had this beautiful Res X from 034 Motorsports. We're gonna install this awesome piece right here. So let's get right to it.
That sounds good. Bro, that's really close. It looks so good. Little over a finger gap. Let's look at the rear here. Just right about a finger. I mean, that's really close. Bro, good work. This thing looks so much better already.
The more parts that come in this car, the more excited I get for this build. We just got the box off, but haven't unpackaged this yet. And it's the carbon fiber hood. And let's get right to taking all this plastic off and uncovering this beautiful carbon fiber. Let's get it. There's gonna be some mechanic watching us be like, oh, you did it wrong. And it's gonna be cool. It's like, it's all the text, just like this guy. Oh, you did it wrong. Ready? I honestly don't mind the no hood look, and I think you should keep it. I say no hood. I think it looks sick with no hood.
Oh, yeah, that one's...
Oh, that's gone. Take your anger out. I mean, don't do that. The car's there.
Nope, it don't fit.
Yo, sell it to some Russian.
It's got a
sell
slight dent in the back.
Any Russian guy will literally buff this out. Oh, like any Russian guy will buff it out, no problem. He'd be like, oh yeah, this fixable, very nice, I think.
Dude, tell me that looks literally awesome. Yo, Evan, yo, good stuff, man. Good choice. This S4 looks like a menace now. So now that we got the hood installed, we also got it propped up. We have this 034 inlet that we need to install next. That's such a big difference, it's not even funny. Look at the ECS one versus the 034, bro. I can't believe how restricted this thing is. We're gonna clean the surface of the stock turbo and then we'll install the new 034 inlet. We got the high pressure fuel pump out right here. You can see the little piston inside right there. And that is what pumps the fuel. And so what we need to do is open the high pressure fuel pump. We have a special tool for that. We're gonna pull this piston out and install the upgraded higher flowing 034 one, which should provide approximately 38 to 40% more flow over the stock piston. Ooh. Safety first. Hey, look at that. So now all we have to do is put it back into the high pressure fuel pump housing here and torque it down. So we got a couple more things that we need to do, like flash the car and make sure that we prime the high pressure fuel pump. And then we're gonna go on a drive and see how fast this thing really is with all of these upgrades that we've done so far, as well as hearing the owner's thoughts and reactions. Let's get to it.
It's not working, Jay. It's
not working?
I want this one.
That's the file you want?
Yeah.
You can't have that one.
Not yet.
Okay, let's get her started. those crackles.
Let me just. All right, we're good to go.
Fast lane when I pass in the street.
Nice.
Bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flight miles. So high, I might never come down.
Oh yeah, you can feel the torque die off, but man, it your tires definitely can't take even stage 3 plus on 93, but
That's 40 degrees.
it feels so much better. Dude, that shifts so hard. Oh, this thing feels so good on coilovers. It just rides so well. Hawk right there. Beat the Black Hawk, dude. Get him. Get him. Oh, there's two. What are they going? About 100, 120? Dang, dude, those things are sick. Feels so much better. Yeah, give me a rolling launch. Oh, jeez. Man, this thing is so nasty. I love it. How does the Stage 2 Plus file feel?
So much smoother. I was running a very dated file from one of their very first revisions when they first came out with their B9 tunes. So definitely a huge update. Everything feels way smoother, way crisper, especially with that Stage 2 Plus TC.
Completely transformed from where it was a week ago to where it is right now. It's just absolutely insane, guys, how these B9s can be woken up. And I mean, this car was already tuned. I mean, it was already Stage 2. And just a few more mods, and this car is like, it's like you retuned it and rebuilt it again.
So nice.
I know, the X-Pipe really did a lot, huh? This car is sitting right, it looks right. Woof. Turbo flutter, it's breathing right.
It's got it all.
Oh man, I can't wait to do more, bro. So that's it, guys. We're done with this S4 build. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment below, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take it easy.